Hold on tight, everybody. We are heading inside of Riovanes Castle. This is the Final Fantasy Tactics All Oracles Challenge being recorded in February of 2022. Hope you're doing well wherever and whenever you are. This is an infamous battle, a famous battle. This is up there with like the Galgrand Execution Site as one of those just legendary battles that it just gets passed down in the lore of kiddom in the late 1990s. There's a lot of famous tricks to win this battle. There's a lot of common strategies like setting auto potion on Ramza so that he can recover from the lightning stabs that he's going to be taking immediately. You can make him a ninja, give him concentrate, and have him charge up there with 2 swords. There's lots of ways to take care of this one-on-one battle. I am using another one of the more famous legendary ones from the late 90s. This is not really a glitch that was recently discovered. This has been known for a very long time. And that takes advantage of the Chameleon Robe. It's a couple of robes down from what's available to us right now, but it will absorb the holy element. Now, the tricky thing about this is that the lightning stab attack is not actually holy element, but the game thinks it is. I know I'm oversimplifying a little bit, but Ygraf will not use lightning stab if he thinks that you're going to absorb it. You wouldn't absorb it if he did use it on you, but the game thinks that it will. So it thinks that it's holy element. So Ramza is completely safe from the lightning stab, and so he's actually going to move down here and let Ygraf come down rather than charging up, because Ygraf will come up and hit him with the sword, which does decent damage also. Now, when Ramza is a Taurus, he does have good compatibility to Ygraf. So one of the speedrun routes is actually a Taurus route, partially for this good compatibility with Ygraf. So Ramza's life drain is going to be really, really high chance to hit on Ygraf and on Velius as well. So he's going to suck up a quarter of his max HP right there. And Earth Slash will work, but only if Ygraf is on the exact same height as Ramza. So he is going to actually move for a Wave Fist here. So there is the Ygraf's Wave Fist doing 42 damage. So obviously Ramza will take that all day long. Earth Slash will do a little bit more. I put Sprint Shoes on Ramza also. So Ramza has Sprint Shoes. He has the Chameleon Robe, and then I think the Gold Hairpin. He has the Goku Rod in case he was ever needing to do a rod attack on Velius, but life drain is going to be more than enough to handle Ygraf here. And he's just going to stay out of range of Ygraf moving 3 tiles to hit him with the sword. So Ygraf's always going to have to move to do a Wave Fist here. That was my movement. This was not a hard battle. This is the second attempt I did at this back and forth battle. The first one failed because I grouped my other guys up. I got too aggressive on the Velius side. But with Chameleon Robe, this front side of the battle is trivial. So if you're ever doing a challenge run on this one, if you're any kind of Mage League class, this is trivial. It was actually a lot harder on my Archers battle. If you want to check out the Archers playlist, this took a lot more setup and a lot more careful movement around with the Archers than it did with this one. So here is the next one. So I think once you hit him with 3 life drains, he's going to go ahead and transport away and start the second part of the battle. You don't have to get him super, super, super weak. So there's 3 life drains, pretty trivial, as I said, and Ramza moved every time, so he was picking up about the same amount, or maybe exactly the same amount of MP. So Ramza is fully equipped and ready to go for this next side of the fight. He's got the Sprint Shoes on. He's got his Chameleon Robe, which makes him a little bit, less on the MP side, or yeah, so less on the HP and MP side than he could be, but obviously I needed it for the front half of this fight as he's transforming into Velius. So the first attempt here that I did, Ramza gets a turn here. He kind of gets an initiative ability. So I moved Ramza up to target Velius with a spell, and then Velius on his action targeted Ramza with a huge, like a Cyclops summon, and then he moved to the far back by the right-hand door right there. And that I knew then that I was in trouble because I couldn't get my other characters up to access him, and I had to move him over there, and I grouped him on the ledge over there on the right side, and then he just did one more Titan or one more Cyclops and just took everybody out. So I spread the characters out a little bit more. I've told you my standard strategy is to kind of first time get really aggressive. If I lose, then I go and play a little more defensive strategy. So moving back has Velius come down here, and he's targeting Ramza with, I think that's a Titan. Now the tricky part is, here I'm looking at the turn order. The tricky part is I don't know if he's targeting on Ramza the unit or on those tiles. it almost doesn't really matter here because I just need to hit Velius with 4 life drains. That's all I need to do. And these other mages do have the Goku rods if there was ever a reason that I needed to, like, you know, if a life drain was going to fire too late and I needed damage right now, then I can move them up. They also have, I believe, Germanus boots. I gave them all boots so that they could get, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, I think they all have Germanus boots so that they could move up or move out of the way. So they could either move into attack range of Velius or they could move farther out of the way for Velius. So you can see how we've got, yeah, 4 tiles of movement right now, and that was critical for this one. I knew I was going to need that anyway from them. Okay, so you can see Life Drain does a lot more. That one's only 86% chance to hit. I've got 3 of them charging on him. Now this last one, unfortunately, I can't quite get her up there. If I had moved her up 1 tile at the beginning, I probably could have gotten her up into attack range of him, but I just couldn't quite get there. And so here come the life drains, and they're either 100% and one of them is an 80-something. But you can see they do a quarter of your max HP, so that shows you how much Velius has, because we up near 1,000 HP. And this is probably going to be the strategy for a lot of the Zodiac demons as the game goes on. Just try to get them with 4 life drains, because that's always going to be enough, and it's going to do way more than my sticks ever could. I didn't even look at what my stick damage could do. I can't imagine it could have done more than that. Maybe it would have, but yeah, I didn't see. So I can see Titan is going to fire off here. And so with Ramza, I actually can target Velius right now with Life Drain. And now I can move Ramza out of the way. If Titan is targeting him, then it can take him out, and it'll just hit Ramza. If it is targeting the tiles, it'll take out my other oracles, and then Ramza's will fire, and the battle would be over. So either way, I'm in not too bad a shape. I wasn't sure which one it was here. So these archaic demons are going to come up, and they're going to do their dark holies and stuff. So here's the big crash right there. So she took 100, but she's already casted her thing. So you know they've already kind of done their work. So here's Titan targeted on Ramza. It's interesting, Titan instead of Cyclops. And there's that cool animation. But Ramza goes down anyway. It doesn't matter. With that Chameleon Robe, he doesn't have the kind of hit points to survive. Chameleon Robe gives a lot less because it's a much weaker piece of equipment for us right now. And so here is another. This one might be Dark Holy. I don't remember what the other one's called. They're both single targeting. They're both nasty, and that takes out that one. Now again, here's this one. I had her just wait before, and I could have like moved her, you know, over a little bit, but I decided to try to get her a turn in case Velius moved up. That was probably not the super most optimal tactical play there. And there's the MP absorbed, so she absorbed the MP she got from him. And so here's Velius is targeting another big summon down there at the bottom, and there he goes back to the back of the battle. Now here I'm looking. There's Life Drain right there, so it's going to fire in 2. She is exactly 4 tiles away from him, and I believe she had 100% hit on this one, so we are going to target the Life Drain. This is Life Drain number 4. And I think he picked up a level or something. Maybe that's why it does a little more. I think maybe Velius like picked up a level. I wasn't really watching, but I think that's why it does more damage here. But anyway, if this 100% attack hits, then we are good. Sure it does. And boom, right there. A couple of characters on the floor, but we got our 4 life drains to land. Second attempt here on Velius. Chameleon Robe is what really made the first part survivable, obviously. Although it may not have been strictly necessary because of life drain. I could have picked up a lot of it. It would have taken longer for him to race me down. But anyway, that is Velius and Wygrav. So a monumental battle. This is a big hurdle in this game, and I'm very happy to have cleared it. So if you've liked these videos, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, make a comment, hit me up on Twitter, where I'm also active_ATE, and we are going to see you on the roof of this castle. Oh boy.